Zay, and today I wanted to react to Project Bluebeam explained in under 5 minutes. They projected a god, and it's made by Uncharted Secrets. So I've been a little bit invested in like the alien stuff that's going on recently, and I know I've heard a bunch of times over the years. It's totally not real. It's supposed to be a fake invasion that happens with aliens, and now I'm just wondering because I kind of forgot. It's been. I think the last time learned about Project Blue Beam, it was like in 2015 or 2016 or something, and that's almost 8 9 years ago now. I mean, I'm not really counting, but I'm just somewhere near a decade ago, and I need a refresher. So let's get a 5 minute refresher. Why don't we? If you hear any voice in the background, that is like my roommate's talking. So ignore that. All right.
On Earth were planning the greatest deception of all time. A fake alien invasion, a false second coming, and a psychological operation so advanced you'd never even know it happened. This isn't science fiction. It's called Project Blue Beam. And in 2025, some believe it's already begun.
Yes.
The theory first surfaced in
I think it
1994
started in like
when Canadian journalist Serge
2023.
Monast published a shocking report. He claimed that NASA and the United Nations were developing a plan to create a global fake event, a staged extraterrestrial threat, to unite the world under a single authoritarian government. It would use satellites, holograms, and frequency-based mind control. Most dismissed him as a paranoid conspiracy theorist. Then, Monist mysteriously died of a heart attack just 2 years later.
Of course he did.
His research vanished from mainstream outlets, but not from public memory. According to Monist, Project Bluebeam has 4 phases. Phase 1, trigger massive earthquakes in strategic locations to uncover false archaeological evidence. This would rewrite religious history and discredit traditional belief systems. Phase 2, use advanced holographic projections to simulate a global religious awakening. Different regions would see different messiahs.
Wait a hot second. Okay, so I did just watch a video 2 days ago about them uncovering a note that was written by Jesus Christ himself, and it was given to James, his brother. And they said that's insane because Jesus never wrote anything himself. It was always written. People wrote it after he passed on, or it was never like he never wrote anything by himself. So that is something new that just came up. What else was there? Oh yeah, I think there was a giant like something that was uncovered. Like it was under mud and stuff. I'm hearing a lot about those kind of things, and maybe that's why Baba Vanga was able to predict so well what was going to happen in Japan, because maybe she wrote it. I don't know. Like, why is it so predictable? I don't know. Whatever. Maybe these earthquakes are all planned. Like they're not real. That makes sense.
Jesus, Buddha, Muhammad, all merging into one new world savior. Phase 3, use ELF, extremely low frequency waves to simulate telepathic communication, tricking people into believing they're receiving messages from their God. And Phase 4, a staged alien invasion to create panic, chaos, and demand for a new global authority. One government, one religion, one control system. Sounds unbelievable, right? But let's fast forward to today, 2025. Now we have holographic technology that can project 3D images into open air. In Dubai, drones have already created massive sky projections for public shows.
Yeah.
Japan's Sky Canvas project is launching satellites to paint images into the upper atmosphere. Even SpaceX and Starlink are launching thousands of satellites capable of coordinated activity across the globe. In recent years, the U.S. government has publicly acknowledged UFOs, or what they now call UAPs, unidentified aerial phenomena. Congressional hearings have featured whistleblowers claiming the U.S. has recovered non-human craft. Meanwhile, the military has been testing emergency alert systems and global communication drills through Space Force.
See, I've actually seen 2 of these aerial UAP phenomenon things. I just think it's the government. I don't think they're real aliens or anything. I think it's the government doing it to us. I've seen two of them right outside my window. The window in this room right now. I recorded them, and one was today. I literally saw it today. It looked like two well, they're balls, but it's kind of like two cylindrical ball things that were like floating next to each other. They were like this, and then it was just completely silver, and I thought it was a balloon, but it went like this. So it started like this and went down, like it came out of, because there's a wall. So the wall, I saw that, and it came down that way, and then it went to some trees. Then it stopped in front of on top of the trees, and then it went up again. And then once it went up, it went all the way up, and it didn't stop. And then I was like, "Is that a balloon?" But it was doing something weird. It was like floating like this, and then it also looked like it had lights on it. Weird. I recorded the whole thing. I could post it on shorts later, maybe. And then a while ago, in 2024, I was just chilling, and then um, I saw like those. It was two dots, two black dot things that are just sitting there, and they looked like they weren't. There was nothing attached. I was like, what is that? That makes absolutely no sense. What that is, and why is it there? And it just like it very they were separated. They very slowly started to move until they were covered by the wall. Um, so that happened. I've seen two of them, and after the black dot things like went away, the next day, um, there was so many like army people like just flying around, and I was like, that's weird. Why is army people all of a sudden? I've lived here for like 5 years, and now army people are showing up. Excuse me. Oh, whatever.
In 2025, Operation Starfall began rolling out, a classified program said to use high-altitude drones and satellites to provide full-spectrum broadcast capabilities during a global emergency. All the infrastructure for a blue beam-like event is now in place. Here's where the conspiracy deepens. We're seeing more frequent reports of strange lights in the sky. Viral videos show unexplained phenomena above cities, many later dismissed as advertising drones or weather balloons. But who's really behind them? Why are multiple countries now racing to develop sky-based holographic communication systems? And why is no one asking these questions? Skeptics argue there's no proof of blue beam. But that's the point. A successful psychological operation works because no one believes it until it's too late. Whether it's for global unification, religious manipulation, or the final step in mass surveillance, the pieces are all on the table. This isn't about predicting the future. It's about connecting the dots in the present. So the next time you see a glowing figure in the sky, or hear a message that seems to come from inside your mind, ask yourself, is this divine, or is it designed? Project Bluebeam may sound like a sci-fi thriller, but in a world of deepfakes, neural implants, AI manipulation, and global misinformation, how can you be sure what's real anymore? This is Uncharted Secrets, where we uncover the hidden stories they don't want you to know, in 5 minutes or less. Subscribe now and join us on the search for truth, because the illusion is powerful, but awareness is more powerful still.
Okay, so I enjoyed that video. It did give me a refresher. Interesting. I kind of want to look more up into this kind of stuff. I've been very invested in it. Yeah, so if you have any recommendations for me, then leave them in the comments. If you like this video, please leave a like, a share, anything. That'll really help me. And subscribe. Alright? I think the government might be actually doing this. I mean, we don't know for sure, but come on. Ugh. Alright. Bye.